And the president of the Recording Industry Association of America, Mitch Glazier, joins us right now. Doesn't find this interesting, finds it annoying for the artists that, make up this industry, because this is their livelihood, as you know. It is. We just wanted to make a point of how easy it is, something like that. So, you type it in, none of those people existed, and now they're singing these songs. So now, Tennessee, at least, they're trying to do something about this. Is it going to work?
I think that it will work because it's a good, broad right that gives people the ability to decide whether or not they want their voice and their likeness to be used by somebody else. It's sort of quintessentially the most common sense right in the world, which is, do you have a right to control the use of you, what you say, what you do, or can somebody else scrape it, take it, reinvent it, and recreate a new you that you didn't consent to? And so I think it's a great step.
I wonder if they'll go in the, go further in other states, whether it goes on the federal level. I want to go to the House Judiciary hearing on this and, talk about maybe where this could go next. This is Congressman Hank Johnson, Democrat out of Georgia. Let's watch.
When we sit down behind the wheel of our car, lean over and turn on the radio, we expect the song we hear to be a work created by a human artist. The beat, the melody, the words, the riffs, we take for granted as having sprung from the mind of a flesh and blood creator. But what happens when that is no longer the case?
Right, when it's someone like Lee, just type in a few words on a keyboard and then you have a song that, it may sound great, but it's not a real person singing it. So where is this going next?
I think it is going to be considered by the House and the Senate at the federal level. It's very hard with a global distribution system to have a patchwork of 50 different state laws on this. I think it makes sense. The great thing about that hearing was to watch the members on that committee come together. Everybody seemed to agree. These members don't agree on anything. So watching them come together on this was really gratifying. And, the one thing that people forget is that intellectual property comes from the Constitution. The Constitution only protects human beings. It's not meant to protect machines. It's meant to protect human artistry, and the incentives that it creates are supposed to be for human beings to be incentivized to continue to create. If we lose that, we lose one of the foundations, one of the pillars of our country.
And I guess the question for the artists that they want to know is that, can you stay ahead of this? Sometimes with technology stories, it's like, it's like a game of whack-a-mole and you're trying to write a new law and a new technology pops up. But with AI, are you confident that these laws can be written in a way that it solves the issue and protects their intellectual property?
I think it has to be soon. It is true that the technology will always move faster than the law, and there are lots of rights that, rights should not be technology specific. If you have a right, you should have a right no matter what the technology is. And I think many of those rights that exist today do apply to artificial intelligence, and they'll be enforced accordingly. Voice and likeness is a little bit different because it's a state right, and that's why the federal government's considering it. But I think your point is very true, which is we've got a short window before this gets so good and so fast and so used that it runs away from us.
Is any of it a balance, Mitch? In other words, I think about our own industry where there will be uses of artificial intelligence either already or down the line that I'm sure work their way in. We have courtroom sketches now, for example, and people have talked about, well, maybe they'll use AI in the future to and they'll label it as such. So, there'll be uses for it. What about in music?
Absolutely.
Is it out completely, or do you think it's going to be used in some ways? And how do you balance that?
I think it'll be used in a lot of ways, a lot of very good ways. The real question is consent. Does the artist consent to it? They might want to license their voice. They might want to license their likeness. They might want to use artificial intelligence in the writing room. They might want to use artificial intelligence to create the music that they want to create. The music community has been using technology to create music for a long, long time. AI is no different. It just has to be legitimate, and it has to be the choice of the creator.
It's amazing how quickly it's come along here. It really is. But you seem like you guys are on top of it and making progress. You feel like you're moving in the right direction. It sounds like in terms of your.
I do. I think we're moving in the right direction, and we'll separate out the good from the bad if we're allowed to.
Thanks so much for watching. Just go to joinnn.com to find News Nation on your television provider, and don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of News Nation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.